Imagine a creature as large as a bear, but with long, curved claws and a slow, deliberate gait. This was the Shasta Ground Sloth, a gentle giant that roamed North America thousands of years ago. Unlike its smaller, tree-dwelling relatives, the Shasta Ground Sloth lived on the ground, its massive size a testament to its dominance in a world long gone. These fascinating creatures, known scientifically as, have captured the imaginations of scientists and the public alike. Their remains, preserved in fossil deposits across the continent, paint a vivid picture of a time when giants roamed the earth. The Shasta Ground Sloth was a sight to behold. This prehistoric creature roamed the forests and meadows of North America during the Pleistocene epoch, a time when the continent was teeming with megafauna. Imagine walking through a dense forest and coming face to face with an animal that looked like a cross between a bear and a sloth, but much larger. Adults could grow up to 10 feet long and weigh over 2,000 pounds, comparable in size to a modern-day grizzly bear. But unlike the grizzly, the Shasta Ground Sloth had a unique set of adaptations that made it a true marvel of nature. Its sheer size alone would have been enough to deter most predators, but it had other features that made it even more formidable. Their bodies were bulky and barrel-shaped, supported by sturdy limbs and ending in enormous feet. These limbs were not just for support, they were powerful tools that allowed the sloth to move through its environment with surprising agility. The feet in particular were adapted to bear the immense weight of the animal, distributing it evenly to prevent sinking into the soft forest floor. Perhaps the most striking feature of the Shasta Ground Sloth was its massive claws. These claws were not just for show, they were essential tools for survival. Imagine claws so large and powerful that they could easily tear through the toughest vegetation or dig deep into the earth. These formidable appendages, some measuring over a foot in length, were not used for hunting. Unlike the claws of a predator, which are designed to catch and kill prey, the Shasta Ground Sloth's claws had a different purpose altogether. They were perfectly adapted for a herbivorous lifestyle. Instead, scientists believe they served a more practical purpose, stripping leaves from branches and digging for roots. These claws allowed the sloth to access food sources that other animals couldn't reach, giving it a unique advantage in its ecosystem. By using its claws to strip leaves and dig for roots, the Shasta Ground Sloth could sustain its massive body with a steady supply of nutritious food. These claws, along with the sloth's size and strength, would have made it a formidable opponent in the face of danger. While the Shasta Ground Sloth was primarily a peaceful herbivore, it was not defenseless. In times of threat, it could use its claws to defend itself against predators. The combination of its massive size, powerful limbs, and sharp claws would have made any predator think twice before attacking. However, their primary role was to help the sloth navigate its environment and access its preferred food sources. The Shasta Ground Sloth's claws were versatile tools that allowed it to thrive in a variety of habitats. Whether it was climbing trees to reach high branches or digging into the ground for roots, these claws were essential for the sloth's survival. In a world filled with giant predators and harsh conditions, the Shasta Ground Sloth's unique adaptations made it a true survivor. Despite its intimidating size and claws, the Shasta Ground Sloth was a herbivore, content to graze on the abundant vegetation of its time. This prehistoric giant, which roamed the forests and grasslands of North America during the Pleistocene epoch, was a fascinating creature. Standing up to 20 feet tall when on its hind legs, the Shasta Ground Sloth was one of the largest land mammals of its era. Its massive size and long, curved claws might have seemed fearsome, but these features were perfectly adapted for a life of foraging and feeding on plants. Its diet likely consisted of leaves, twigs, and fruits, which it would have gathered using its long tongue and dexterous lips. These adaptations allowed the Shasta Ground Sloth to reach high into trees and pull down branches, making the most of the vegetation available in its environment. The sloth's tongue was not only long but also incredibly strong and flexible, enabling it to strip leaves from branches with ease. Its lips too were highly mobile, helping it to manipulate food and bring it to its mouth efficiently. The ground sloth's feeding habits played a crucial role in its ecosystem. By consuming large quantities of plant material, it helped to control the growth of vegetation, preventing any one species from becoming too dominant. This in turn promoted a diverse and balanced plant community, which was beneficial for other herbivores and the overall health of the ecosystem. The ground sloth's foraging behavior also created opportunities for new plant growth. as it cleared away old and decaying vegetation, making space for fresh shoots and seedlings to emerge. As it moved through the landscape, it helped disperse seeds and fertilize the soil, contributing to the health and diversity of plant life. The Shasta Ground Sloth's droppings were rich in nutrients, acting as a natural fertilizer that enriched the soil and supported plant growth. Additionally, the seeds that passed through its digestive system were often deposited far from the parent plant, aiding in the spread of various plant species across the landscape. This seed dispersal was crucial for maintaining genetic diversity and enabling plants to colonize new areas. Their presence helped shape the landscape, creating pathways and clearings that other animals could utilize. As the ground sloth moved through the forest, its large body would have trampled down underbrush and created open spaces. These clearings provided access to sunlight for smaller plants and created habitats for a variety of other animals. The pathways made by the ground sloth also facilitated movement for other wildlife, making it easier for them to find food, water, and mates. In this way, the Shasta Ground Sloth played a vital role in maintaining the delicate balance of its ecosystem. Its activities as a herbivore, seed disperser, and landscape shaper were all interconnected, contributing to the overall health and stability of its environment. The loss of such a keystone species would have had significant ripple effects, highlighting the importance of each organism in the web of life. The Shasta Ground Sloth's legacy reminds us of the intricate and delicate relationships that sustain our natural world. The Shasta Ground Sloth was a highly adaptable creature, its remains found across a vast geographical range. Fossils have been unearthed in locations as far south as California and as far north as Alaska, indicating their ability to thrive in a variety of environments. This wide distribution suggests that the Shasta Ground Sloth was tolerant of diverse climates, from the warm, arid regions of the south to the cooler, more temperate areas of the north. The adaptability of the Shasta Ground Sloth is a testament to its evolutionary success. Its ability to thrive in various habitats allowed it to spread far and wide, becoming a familiar sight across the North American landscape. Scientists estimate that the Shasta Ground Sloth could live for several decades, reaching sexual maturity around the age of 10. This remarkable longevity is a testament to their adaptability and resilience in the face of various environmental challenges. The Shasta Ground Sloth, a giant among its kind, roamed the landscapes of North America, thriving in diverse habitats from dense forests to open plains. Their ability to adapt to different environments played a crucial role in their survival for such an extended period. This long lifespan, typical of larger mammals, allowed them to reproduce multiple times, ensuring the continuation of their lineage. The reproductive strategy of the Shasta Ground Sloth was similar to that of many large mammals today. By giving birth to one offspring at a time, they could invest significant resources and care into each young, increasing their chances of survival. This method of reproduction, coupled with their long lifespan, meant that even if some offspring did not survive, there were multiple opportunities to pass on their genes. Fossil evidence suggests that Shasta Ground Sloths gave birth to one offspring at a time, much like their modern-day relatives. These fossils, meticulously studied by paleontologists, provide a window into the past, revealing the life history of these magnificent creatures. The skeletal remains show signs of growth and development, indicating that the young sloths stayed with their mothers for an extended period, learning essential survival skills. The young would have stayed with their mothers for several years, learning the skills necessary for survival. This period of dependency was crucial for the young sloths, as it allowed them to acquire the knowledge and behaviors needed to navigate their environment successfully. From finding food to avoiding predators, these learned behaviors were vital for their survival in the wild. This extended period of parental care highlights the importance of learned behavior in the lives of these creatures. The bond between mother and offspring was strong, and the time spent together was essential for the young sloths to develop the skills they needed to thrive. This nurturing relationship ensured that the young were well prepared to face the challenges of their environment once they became independent. However, even a long lifespan and dedicated parental care could not protect the Shasta Ground Sloth from the forces that would ultimately lead to its demise. Natural disasters, climate change, and the arrival of new predators all played a role in the extinction of these magnificent creatures. Despite their adaptability and resilience, the Shasta Ground Sloth could not withstand the rapid changes in their environment. Their story serves as a poignant reminder of the delicate balance of nature and the impact of external forces on even the most resilient species. The world inhabited by the Shasta Ground Sloth was far from static. The planet was undergoing a period of significant climatic change, marked by fluctuating temperatures and shifting weather patterns. These environmental changes had a profound impact on the flora and fauna of North America. Forests shrank, grasslands expanded, and many animal populations struggled to adapt to the new realities of their environment. The Shasta Ground Sloth, despite its size and adaptability, was not immune to these changes. The shrinking forests meant a decline in their primary food sources, putting a strain on their populations.